squat against the roof's chain fence with my eyes closed. To refresh my memory, I pull out the drawers of my mental archive and sort through each file one by one. My actions that day, Maidi's actions, my conversation with Kurisu, Nakabachi's presentation. With those memories to guide me, I begin to draw up a plan for how to complete my mission.
Okari!
I open my eyes once I hear Maidi's voice.
Yoshi.
I take a deep breath and stand up. Maidi's faster on her feet than Dada and I are, so I had her pick up some things for me. She went all the way to the lab and back in the sweltering heat, and she's not even breathing hard. She runs up to me with a triumphant smile, almost like a playful puppy shaking her tail.
Hey, これでよかったかな?
In her hand is a plastic stick, about 30 centimeters long. I take it and nod in satisfaction.
いい働きだぞ、マユリ。
オカリンの役に立ててね。マユシーも嬉しいよ。あ、それとね、ついでにこれも。
She hands me a banana. I guess she's telling me not to time travel on an empty stomach.
それは何？バナナだよ。じゃなくて、そっちの棒みたいなやつ。
これは棒ではなく剣だ。我がラボの発明品、未来ガジェット6号、サイリウムセーバー。
サイリウムセーバ
ー？赤色のサイリウムだお。アイドルや声優のライブには欠かせないんだな、これが。
だがただのサイリウムではない。セーバーというネーミングの通り、剣の形になっているため、スパークウォーズごっこも可能なのだ。
わあ、すごい。
しかも同時に血のりを生成することができるぞ。先端部分のキャップを取り外せば、ドロリとした血が溢れ出す。
一体何を狙って作ったのかさっぱりわかんないけど。
よりリアルなチャンバラごっこができるじゃん。
すべては必然だったということだ。
やろうとしてることは分かった。その血のりをマキセ・クリスの血に見せかけるんだね。
いかにも。
I stuff my cheeks with banana, enraptured by my own genius. I am truly a mad scientist. Mwahaha. I put the Sialoom saber into my pocket. It's about 30 centimeters long, so it sticks out a little, but I don't mind. I had Dadu buy me a stun gun earlier. I pocket that too. With this, my preparations are complete. I give Suzuha a glance.
オカリンおじさん、もう一度あの日へ飛ぼう。7月28日へ。タイムマシンの燃料はあと1回往復する分しか残ってない。残るチャンスはただ一度だっていうこと。いける？
任せろ。俺が世界を変えてやる。
I follow Suzuha into the time machine. While waiting there for Maidi to return, I asked Suzuha if there was a chance I might run into myself from last time. In other words, the me who killed Kurisu. She replied that that wasn't possible. The world line where I killed Kurisu is minutely different from the one to which the time machine will take us. Time travel has a very small effect on divergence, though too small to cause any noticeable changes, but enough to ensure that there can never be two versions of the same time traveler. However, it is important to remember that world lines are not parallel worlds. Ultimately, a tractor field convergence merges them into a single world line. My actions are not meaningless. If I succeed in deceiving both myself and the world, the entire universe will converge upon a different future.
オカリン、
Mighty leans through the hatch and gently strokes my cheek.
きっと帰って てきてね。
当たり前だ。
I return the smile and give her a thumbs up. I close the hatch as Daru and Mairi see me off with words of encouragement. Suzuha's already operating the time machine.
このミッションには未来の運命もかかってる。
Suzuha speaks as she presses some buttons.
頼むよ、おじさん。
Instead of answering, I close my eyes. I find myself strangely calm. No impatience, no tension, none of the anxiety I felt the first time. How many times have I tasted failure? My hubris hurt those closest to me. My foolishness cost them their dreams. And even though those mistakes have been undone, the memories still remain as a brand on my heart.
お前が経験したわずか3週間の世界線漂流を否定してはいけない。なかったことにしてはいけない。
It all meant something. Every mistake, every sacrifice. Without them, I would not be standing here now. From that knowledge, I draw strength, confidence, and pride. The memories I shoulder deserve nothing less. And so, I am no longer afraid. I will reach for the unknown world line, Steins Gate. Its future is uncertain, but that is how it should be. For once, I need not worry about what fate has in store. Only one thing matters now: saving Kurisu. Gravity pulls on my back. Rainbow lights start drifting through the compartment. It's time. This is my Ragnarok. I exit the time machine onto the familiar rooftop. As before, it's empty. I can see the top of the train station a short distance away. This is the third time I've been here now. I run through the plan in my head one last time. Time is short, but I have no choice. I have to do it. No, I will do it. Failure isn't an option. I wait for Suzuha to break the lock, then I run inside just like last time. Narrowly avoiding the first Mia again, I descend to the 7th floor. Last time I went all the way down to the 4th floor, but not this time. I direct my attention to the capsule toy machines near the landing. It's time for step 1. I'm writing at Kakeru Character Doll series. This is it. On July 28th, the first me won a super rare metal Upa from this very machine. No time to waste, I insert the 100 yen coin I prepared beforehand and turn the lever hard. A capsule falls into the slot. Just as I grab it,
わあ、来年度だ。
my heart leaps into my throat. That was Mairi's voice. She's already here. I quickly turn and leave the area before Mairi can see my face. Luckily, she's so entranced by the capsule toy machines that she doesn't realize who I am. Once I get down to the 4th floor, I check the contents of the capsule. The metal Upa is inside. This is a prize that was meant for me, which means the first me will get. The answer is obvious. Phase 1 is complete. Time for Phase 2. I turn around abruptly. Kurisu standing behind me, her mouth open in surprise. My timing was perfect.
ねえ、あなたさっき屋上から。
俺はお前を俺はお前を助ける。
Leave everything to me.
どういうこと？
I say no more. If I tell her everything, she'll have no reason to talk to the first me. On July 28th, she came to me during Nakabachi's presentation. She claimed that I had tried to tell her something, but then proceeded to drag me out into the hallway for further questioning. That is part of my experience. This should be enough to ensure that it happens exactly as I remember. I pat Kurisu on the shoulder, then race back up the stairs.
ちょっと。
I run to the 6th floor, then creep up towards the 7th floor landing until I can just make out the capsule toy machines. As expected, there's the first me about to turn the lever in Maeri's stead.
ウーパだよ。
それはレアなのか？
レアじゃないけどね、すごく可愛いでしょ。マユシーはウーパのことが大好きなのです。
I grinned to myself. It worked. The order changed. Now Maeri has a regular Upa, not the metal one I gave her the first time. And that means...
本日はドクター中鉢によるタイムマシン発明成功記念会見にお集まりいただき誠にありがとうございます。
The presentation is about to begin. The first me heads up to the 8th floor. But Maeri doesn't move. She takes out a pen and starts signing the Upa. Just as planned. When Dr. Nakabachi defected to Russia on August 21st, he had Maeri's metal Upa with him. If he has a plastic one instead, it should change the fate of the Nakabachi paper. But one question remains. How exactly did Maeri's Upa fall into Dr. Nakabachi's hands? I watch as Maeri finishes signing her name. She nods in satisfaction, then runs after the first me. Just before she gets to the stairs, she puts the Upa into her coat pocket. But it doesn't go in all the way. As she runs up the stairs, I see it fall out and roll away. Maeri is completely oblivious. A moment later, she disappears from sight. I look at the Upa lying on the floor. Does Nakabachi pick it up? How Kurisu? How? He's in the middle of his presentation upstairs. He doesn't have any opportunity. That's when Kurisu comes up from downstairs. I quickly hide in the stairwell across the landing. Kurisu reaches the 7th floor without noticing me. She finds the fallen Upa and picks it up. So it was Kurisu who found the Upa. The butterfly effect. In 3 weeks, this completely innocuous event changes the outcome of an accidental fire on one of what must be thousands of planes flying that day. By extension, it changes the fate of the entire human race. Kurisu looks curiously at the Upa, then looks around as if searching for the owner. Of course, Kurisu doesn't know who Maeri is. At this point in time, those two aren't even acquainted yet. After realizing there's no one around, Kurisu puts the Upa into her envelope and goes up to the 8th floor. Now that I've seen what I've needed to see, I go upstairs too and head for the employee hallway. Here's where it gets serious. I grip the Sialum saber and shake it silently, thus activating the red fluorescent reaction inside. It'll last about 10 minutes. It should get dim before Kurisu makes her appearance. I know what I need to do. The problem is that my window of opportunity is so slim. Will I be able to handle the enraged Dr. Nakabachi? One mistake and Kurisu will die.
何を恐れる？法院教魔。すべては俺の思惑通りに行くに決まっているさ。オペレーション作るのに不備はない。何せこの俺が15年の時をかけて練り上げた計画なのだから、俺を信じる。この法院教魔を信じる。
Hoin Kyoma will save Kurisu. I close my eyes and wait for the time to come, hidden behind the same pile of cardboard boxes as last time. I hear the sound of sparse applause from the event hall, which means I should be hearing footsteps soon. There they are. Kurisu's come right on time. She leans against the wall and looks inside her envelope, smiling softly as she does. And now I know the reason behind that smile. It's the Upa inside. She's probably smiling at how adorable it is. That smile really doesn't suit you, Kurisu. It does, it's really cute. I stifle a chuckle. I'm surprised I'm calm enough to feel that way, despite the current situation. Once Nakabachi appears, that's my signal to spring into action. I'll bring out the Silum Saber as soon as that bastard tries to take out his knife. Then I'll scare him away and stun Kurisu. The stun gun I bought should handle both tasks flawlessly. That's the plan, at least. The next set of footsteps echoes down the hallway. Kurisu looks up. I can't see Nakabachi, but I know it's him.
話がある。聞いてるの？パパ？
Even the words she speaks are the same.
それは何だ？
パパがタイムマシーンの発表会をすると聞いて、私も考えてみたの。タイムマシーンは作れるのかどうか。
The atmosphere is far from pleasant. Nakabachi doesn't even try to hide his displeasure. And the first me is probably at fault for that, at least partially. Looks like it's about time for Nakabachi to go ballistic. I grip the Silum Saber and make one final check. It's already dimmed down. Now all I have to do is remove the cap at the tip and the fake blood will... My breath catches in my throat. In the darkness of my hiding spot, I bring the Silum Saber close to my eyes and peer inside. The fake blood has already begun to coagulate. No, this shouldn't happen. I was sure the liquid would remain fluid for about 30 minutes after losing luminescence. Was it defective? Come to think of it, we never tested the Silum Saber. It can only be used once the tube needs to be replaced. Given the lab's financial situation, we thought it would be a waste to use it, so we never did. How could I have failed to consider this possibility? If I had half a brain, I would have brought a spare. This is bad. The plan is falling apart.
私は追放されたのではない。
Nakabachi's shrill shriek startles me.
あの連中は私のレベルの高さに嫉妬するしか能がなかった。そんな奴らに嫌気がさして私の方が見切りをつけたのだ。
怒鳴らないでよ。
Time won't stop for me. How do I recover from this setback? I can't leave. Nakabachi's about to attack his daughter. If I make my appearance after that, it'll be the same as last time. I'll end up killing Kurisu again. No matter what, I can't let that happen. What do? Do I go back to the time machine and try again? No, remember what Suzuha said. There's not enough fuel for another trip. This is my last chance.
ねえ、久しぶりに会ったことだし、いろいろと話したいんだけど、パパは今青森に住んでるんだっけ？
帰れ。さっさとアメリカに帰れ。二度と顔を見せるな。
でも
何が意見が聞きたいだ。何が共同証明だ。本心ではそんなことこれっぽっちも思っていないだろうが。
My heart is pounding. I'm sweating like crazy. It feels like I just ran a marathon. I cover my mouth to suppress the sound of my breathing.
私は哀れんどるのか、それとも蔑んどるのか、娘の分際で。
何言ってるのよ。落ち着いて。
私は十分落ち着いておる。指図するな。
Nakabachi is about to snap. Events are proceeding just like last time, barreling inexorably towards disaster. Please, I find myself begging, make time stop. But another voice from within answers. Are you praying, Huin Kyoma? Have you forgotten?
私が今日この場にお前を呼んだ理由を教えてやる。勝ち誇りたかったのだよ。お前に私の研究の偉大さを見せびらかすことでな。 お前が絶望するほどの差を知らしめてやろうとしたのだ。
Change the future. Deceive the world.
なのにあの妙な若造のせいで全て台無しだ。そしてお前がそんな私を見て鼻で笑っていたのも知っているぞ。どこまで親をバカにすれば気が済む。
笑ってなんて。
この論文に意見が欲しいのか？意見ならここで言ってやる。この論文は私の名前で発表する。以上だ。
I won't court the mercy of a heartless god. I will save Kurisu myself. She won't die again. Not at my hands. Not at anyone's.
まさかパパ盗むの？
なんだと？
私の論文盗むの？そんなことだけはしない人だって思っていたのに。
Nakabachi strikes Kurisu on the cheek.
誰に対して口を聞いておるのだ。
It's starting. Nakabachi puts his hands around Kurisu's neck. Her cries of agony fill my ears. There's still a way to prevent Kurisu's death. That puddle of blood I saw beneath Kurisu's body. There's one more way to reproduce it. One more way. One last chance. It's a gamble, to be sure. Even if it succeeds, I don't know what effect it might have on the Steins World line.
お前に私の気持ちがわかるか？なぜお前はそんなに優秀なのだ。私はお前が憎い。存在そのものが疎ましいのだよ。私より優秀な人間などこの世にいてはならんのだ。わかるか？屈辱なのだ。娘が親より優秀でいい道理などない。
He's the worst.
だから遠ざけた。お前と親子だと思われるのが耐えられなかった。
Despicable.
お前がいたせいで、お前のせいで。
It matters not. I am Hoin Kyoma, the mad scientist who defies God. My true desire is chaos. I have no need for a predetermined future.
よせ!
Calmly, I step out from my hiding spot. Nakabachi looks at me in disbelief. His eyes are wide and bloodshot.
お前、さっきの。お前のせいで、お前のせいで私の発表会は台無しだ。
Nakabachi lets go of Kurisu.
よくも抜け抜けと私の前に顔を出せたな。どいつもこいつも私の邪魔ばかりする。さてはお前、クリスと示し合わせていたな。そうだ、そうなんだろう。許さん、許さんぞ、ガキども。
Nakabachi pulls the knife from his pocket. Its blade reflects cold light. Once I see that glint, I laugh disdainfully.
やってみるがいい。
小僧、何者だ。
我が名は法院京馬。
何？
知らないなら覚えておけ。フェニックスの法王に陰、そして凶悪なる真実で法院京馬だ。俺は混沌を望む者、世界の支配構造を破壊する者、そしてお前の野望を打ち砕く者。
Lucy staggers to her feet with her hand to her neck.
断る。
I dismiss Kurisu's plea and instead turn to Nakabachi with my arms spread wide.
どうしたドクター中町。お前の威勢は口だけか。この俺を殺すのではなかったのか。もっとも神に等しい力を持つこの俺を殺すことなどお前ごときには無理だろうがな。
Careful, Okabe.
ふざけるな。
Nakabachi goes into a frenzy. He charges me with his knife point first. Nakabachi has completely lost his mind. I can see it in his eyes. He won't stop. and if he won't stop, then I'll stop him with my own body.
貴様には俺を殺すことはできない。絶対にな。
死ねー!
The knife approaches, its point glitters menacingly in the dim light. Inches away, I don't move a muscle. This is my last chance. I'll do whatever it takes. Intense pain ripples through my abdomen. I feel the cold steel sink into my body. He did it. He stabbed me with the knife that killed Kurisu. The pain flares. It feels like my insides are being torn out. Nakabachi yanks out the knife. Blood gushes from the open wound. The iron taste of blood spreads through my mouth. Pain threatens to steal away my consciousness. My body's on fire. My vision blurs. I struggle desperately to stay on my feet.
ざまみろ。私をバカにするからだ。
I whip out the stun gun and switch it on. The electric arc crackles to life inches away from Nakabachi's face. He instantly turns pale. I spear him with my glare and take a step forward. A wave of nausea surges over me. Blood spews from my throat. But I don't look away. I keep my eyes fixed on Nakabachi.
よくもやってくれたな。殺してやるよ、じじい。貴様もそっちの娘も全員皆殺しだ。動い
ちゃダメよ。
Kurisu runs up to me. She holds me and supports my body.
横になって。今すぐ救急車を呼ぶから。
What is she doing trying to help me? Didn't she hear me threaten to kill her? You were too soft-hearted for a tsundere. Back when I was trying to save Mairi, you were always the one who saved me, so this time...
お前は俺が助ける。
何を。
Strength leaves the legs she used to support me. She collapses. I'm sorry. I send her my silent apology.
娘は後でたっぷりいたぶって殺してやる。仲町、まずは貴様だ。
Okabe, you're stressing me out. Oh my goodness. Nakabachi tosses his knife with a pitiful cry. He takes a step back, 2 steps back. Firing the stun gun once more does the trick. Nakabachi turns and flees down the hallway towards the elevators. But first, he makes sure to pick up the envelope Kurisu dropped. How shrewd of him. I touch my wound. The lightest touch sends pain coursing through my body. I fall to my knees. I feel faint. The bleeding won't stop. The blood is starting to pool on the floor. I press my hands into the blood.
まだ足りない。
I reach for my stomach, wet and glistening with blood. I take a deep breath, then drive my fingers into the wound. The pain is like nothing I've ever experienced. Unable to bear it, I throw back my head. I scream until my throat is raw. I can't stop now. Fighting against the urge to faint, I feed my strength into my hands and pull the wound wider. My blood paints the floor crimson.
オカリンおじさん
Suzuha runs up to me.
その傷何やってんのバカよりによってこんな失敗するなんておじさん
何を勘違いしている。鈴葉、この床を見て気づかないのか。
床
十分な出血量だ。そう思うだろう。
She looks down and beholds my masterpiece.
血だまりが
To deceive myself. To deceive the world. The stage is set.
でもこれじゃおじさんが死んじゃうよ
死ぬわけないだろうが、俺を誰だと思っている。狂気のマッドサイエンティスト、大井京馬だぞ。
おじさん
If convergence holds, then it's already determined that I don't die. Not here. I die in 2025. That's a fixed event on the Beta World line. That was my bet. I intentionally provoked Nakabachi to rage. I took the knife meant for Kurisu and survived. The wound gave me what I needed to carry out the plan. Though I have to admit, I didn't think it would hurt this much. There's no telling what will happen when we reach Steins Gate. The future of that world line is still undecided. There's no reason it can't include my death. How ironic. I made a bet based on the guarantee that I wouldn't die, but winning that bet makes death a very real possibility. I twist my lips into a smile. Time to put the finishing touch on my masterpiece.
鈴葉、クリスの体を。
Suzuha picks up the unconscious Kurisu. Then she lays her face down on top of my blood puddle. Kurisu doesn't wake up. She's perfectly still. But she's definitely breathing. I stroke her hair gently.
痛かったか。すまなかった。だがお前を救うためだったんだ。たとえあの3週間の日々は戻らなくてもお前に生きていてほしかったから。
Even if we reach Steins Gate, even if Kurisu lives, even if I don't die, we'll never meet again. Kurisu will never join the lab. We will never build the time leap machine together. But still, I'm glad I was able to save her.
さよなら。
Please stay unconscious for a while. I need you to deceive the first me. While Suzuha goes to pick up the knife, I use the wall to climb to my feet.
作戦完了。これより帰還する。
おじさん、無茶しすぎだよ。バカにも程がある。
バカとは失礼だな。すべて計画通りだろう。
喋らないで。すぐに戻るから。8月21日に戻るから。なんとか G に耐えてね。ああ、くそ。せめて応急手当てができたらよかったんだけど、これにはそんなの載せてないんだよ。
I feel pressure crush my body. My wound throbs. I feel like groaning, but I bite my lip and bear it. Rainbow lights fill my vision. The time machine is activating. Suzuha wraps my wound with a towel.
ねえ、おじさん。この先にはさ、きっとシュタインズゲートが待ってる。私もおじさんも誰も知らない世界が待ってる。おじさんは生きていて、マキセ・クリスも生きていて、椎名真由里も生きていて、私は2010年にタイムトラベルしてくることはなくて、第三次世界大戦が起きるかどうかは分かんない世界線だけど、セルンのディストピアが構築されるかどうか分かんない世界線だけど。
Someone's warm hand grasps mine. Tightly, tightly.
未来にはさ、希望が満ちてるって信じられるような世界が待ってるよ。
I slowly close my eyes. It's hard to breathe, but my pain feels distant now.
そこに到達したら、きっと私は消える。一緒にシュタインズゲートにたどり着いたことをお祝いすることはできないはずだから、ここでお礼を言っておくよ。
The warmth of her hand slowly fades away.
ありがとう、おじさん。死なないで、生きてでさ、きっと7年後に会おうね。
It's time to go home. Mayuri and Daru are waiting. And with them, a future that has yet to be written. It's been a month since then. My wound was deep enough to require surgery. If I had just been 1 hour late getting to the hospital, I would have died from blood loss. The doctor laughed as he told me this, hilarious. After being cooped up in the hospital for so long, it's exciting to be walking around Akiba again. I look around to see if Akiba is any different from what I remember, but nothing catches my eye. I just get the feeling that there are more moe shops than before. The mysteries of divergence. I chuckle to myself, then dig into my pocket. Something jingles. There are metal pins inside, 8 of them. The Future Gadget Laboratory's member badges. They're designed based on the pin Suzuha brought from the future. Which world line Suzuha was that again? Anyway, back then, we searched all over Akiba for that pin. And while I was hospitalized, I thought it was a perfect opportunity to ask Daru to have them made. Oh, it looks like they added more lab names. And I think they added all the lab names initials to this one, looks like. And of course, the one we commissioned to make them was that shady foreign street vendor. The final product is slightly different from Suzuha's, but it's pretty well done. I pass through the archway of Yanabashi Shrine and head to the courtyard. There, brandishing a sword with sublime dignity, stands a Miko. The Miko is so lovely that anyone would doubtless stop to stare. But that's not a Miko, and that's not a real sword. That sword is a 980 yen imitation, and that beautiful Miko is a guy. And that's okay. Lukako lifts his head at the sound of my footsteps.
Okabe-san!
As soon as our eyes meet, he runs up to me in a fluster. His eyes are already wet with tears.
今日退院だったんですか？
ああ、そうだ。
そんな、すみません。僕、何も知らなくて。
知らなくて当然だ。教えていないからな。
でも、無事に退院できてよかったです。僕、嬉しい。
And then he starts crying in earnest. Seeing his tears, I feel an urge to pat his head and tell him that everything will be alright, but I resist and sigh instead.
それを天然でやっているんだから、そりゃ鮮烈なコスプレデビューも飾るわけだ。ファンクラブまでできてるらしいじゃないか。
That's good. Maedi filled me in on the situation. After years of persistent nagging, she finally convinced Lukako to cosplay near the end of summer break. It wasn't a time for Komima, but he wore one of Maedi's costumes to a cosplay event in early September. His cosplay debut was effective. Dozens of photographers took his picture, and the images soon went viral on the net. Try to look up pictures of Lukako now, and you'll get a ton of hits. He's being swarmed by fans, and since he's what they call... he's popular with girls too. There's some things in this world I just don't understand. Lukako is so cute. It makes sense.
正直、すごく戸惑ってます。
だが、お前のコスプレ姿、俺も生で見てみたかったぞ。
無理です。岡部さんになんてそんな恥ずかしくて死んじゃいます。
だが楽しかったのだろ？マユリがそう言っていた。
はい。
Oh, that makes me happy to hear.
成長したな、ルカ子。
He's overcome his feelings of inadequacy and accepted himself for who he is. And he even had fun doing it.
岡部さ、じゃなくて、京馬さんが教えてくれた精神残魔流のおかげです。神道滅却できました。
He is truly a worthy disciple.
だがまだまだ油断するな。次なる目標は精神残魔流の極意継承。それさえ得得すれば、お前は己の中に封印されている邪悪な炎に焼かれることもないだろう。その時こそ首都秋葉原を守る巫女漆原瑠香の物語は始まるのだ。
始まるって何がでしょうか。
それはしかるべき時が来たら教える。
I reach into my pocket and take out a pen.
ラボメンナンバー006漆原瑠香、お前にこれを授けよう。
Lukako nervously accepts the pen with a confused expression.
僕ラボメンにいつ入ったんでしょう。
その記憶は遥か彼方、あるいは前世まで遡るかもしれない。
前世？
お前は生まれた時からすでにラボメンだったのだ。故に誇るがいい。
It's not an exaggeration, it's the truth. Lukako most likely doesn't remember. But it's okay, even if I'm the only one who does.
嫌か？
いえ、すごく嬉しくて。
He starts crying again.
僕ずっと京馬さんの研究所の仲間に憧れていて、入りたいなって思っていて、でも勇気がなかったから言い出せなかったんです。ありがとうございます。
He bows his head.
それは世界にたったの8個しかない貴重なものだ。お前を最悪から守ってくれるマジックアイテムでもある。
そうなんですか？
No. No.
だからなくすなよ。
Lukako nods with a joyful smile on his face. Too cute.
お帰りになさいませ、ご主人様。
I pass through May Queen's door for the first time in forever. Feidisu runs over to greet me.
今日は
She suddenly links arms with me. At first, I get a little flustered when something soft touches my elbow, but then I break into a cold sweat once I feel the murderous glares of the surrounding Feidisu fans.
退院したのかにゃ？
ああ、地獄の底から蘇ってきた。
I tear Feidisu off of me and take a deep breath.
さすが法王院の血にゃ。不死鳥の名を抱くのは伊達じゃないにゃ。
I see she's still making up her own backstories for people. It boggles the mind that this crazy cat girl is behind the redevelopment of Akihabara. Maybe the world's just messed up.
マユシーは今日はお休みだにゃ。
知っている。
She shows me to my table where I order iced coffee.
そうそう、メイクインは2号店を出すことが決まったのにゃ。しかも中央通り沿いなのにゃ。すごいにゃ、すごいにゃ。
そうなのか。どうせ再開発計画の責任者の権限を最大限に利用しているんだろ。
No doubt the recent explosion of Moe shops is her doing. I think she's getting a little carried away.
今日ま、これはやらなければいけない使命なのにゃ。萌えの力を今こそこの聖地に集結させることで、奴らの来たるべき大攻勢に備えてるのにゃ。
何？奴らが俺が入院している間に目覚めたというのか。
そうにゃ。京馬がいない隙を突かれたにゃ。奴らの負荷が先か、この町のメイド・オブ・エンブリオが先か、一刻を争うのにゃ。 フェイリスもライネット AB の大会に出て必死でカルマの充電に努めてるけど、さすがに一人じゃきついにゃ。
What the hell does she mean by karma? Over the past month, Vtuber has started participating in Rainet Axis Battlers tournaments. Vtuber is the chairman of the Akihabara Redevelopment Project, a high school student, a popular waitress at a maid cafe, the president of the company founded by her father, and the head of the Akiha family. She should be incredibly busy, but I guess she couldn't stay away from Rainet forever. And I think that's good. She should do things that are fun. She is so busy all the time. Anyway, she went to her very first official tournament and snatched a dramatic victory. Vtuber is even more cheerful than usual now. I guess all it takes to feel fulfilled is to do the things you like to do.
狂気のマッドサイエンティスト、どうかお願いにゃ。奴らをこの町に近づけさせたら全てが汚れてしまうにゃ。
やむを得ないな。そういうことならば俺も契約の履行をせねばなるまい。そうだ、これを渡しておこう。
にゃ。
I take a pen out of my pocket and present it to Vtuber.
これは京馬、いつの間にこれを手に入れたのにゃ。
入院している間に。
心の試練を乗り越えたというのかにゃ。やっぱり京馬は大した男にゃ。
I don't really get what's going on, so let's just nod for now.
ラボメンナンバー007のピンバッジだ。どうしても俺の助けが欲しいときは、そのピンバッジを握りしめてラ・ヨダ・スタセラと唱えるがいい。
Vtuber and I smile at each other. And then we high five.
ありがとにゃ。未来ガジェット研究所は秋葉の希望にゃ。今度遊びに行ってもいいかにゃ。
ああ、もちろんだ。誰も喜ぶだろう。
When I get back to the lab, I'm startled to find an unexpected visitor.
よう、岡部。おめえ退院したのか。
ええ、まあ。
Interesting having them all together. We'll see. Tennoujis, Yugo, and Naya are standing out front. Kiryu Moika is with them. The Rounders, who killed Mayuri on another world line. Naya hides behind her father when she sees me, like usual.
そうそう。紹介しとくぜ。
Tennoujis indicates Moika with his chin.
今日からうちでバイトすることになった子だ。
Oh. Moika bows her head. She's silent as always, but at least she's not holding her phone. I guess that's some improvement.
見ての通り不愛想なやつだが、よろしくやってくれ。
よろしくも何も。指圧師とは顔見知りですよ。
指圧師？誰だそりゃ。
I point to Moika.
シャイニングフィンガー。彼女の能力名です。
Tennoujis and Moika ignore me completely.
前にヘンプロの仕事で IBN5100 を一緒に探してくれた。
I got a thank you email from her during my stay in the hospital. That email helped me figure out our relationship on this world line.
ああ、例の幻の PC ってやつか？見つかったのかよ。
Moika shakes her head.
ま、都市伝説みてえなもんだからな。
萌香はなぜブラウン管工房でバイトを？
Did Tennoujis tell her who he is? I thought Moika wasn't supposed to know FB's true identity.
私が連れてきたんです。
Naya speaks up in a tiny voice.
それでお父さんに紹介したの。
なるほど。 お見合いか。
バカかてめえ。俺が愛してんのは苗とブラウン管だけなんだよ。
お父さん。
それに苗が連れてきたんじゃねえ。正確には転んで怪我してた苗を解放してわざわざここまでついてきてくれたってわけだ。
Oh. That's really sweet. Good job, Moika.
萌香にそんな親切をする性質があったとは。
で無職だっつうからそんなら娘が世話になったことだしうちで働けって話になったわけだ。まさかうちの店でバイトを雇うことになるとはな。
前にも雇っていたじゃないですか。
あ？何寝ぼけたこと言ってんだ。うちはこれまでバイトを使ったことなんてねえよ。
Of course. The Suzuha who worked here was the Suzuha of the Alpha World Line, the Suzuha who came from a future world by CERN. The current world line has a different future, so she didn't come. The time she spent here never happened.
ま、そういうことならよろしく頼むぞ、萌香。
This is the perfect opportunity. I take a pen out of my pocket and hand it to Moika.
これは。
いきなりナンパか？うちのバイトに手出してんじゃねえよ。
ラボメンナンバー005の証であるピンバッジだ。いつでも2階にある我がラボを訪れるがいい。
Moika stares at the pen in her hand.
ただし IBN5100 を探すのにはもう二度と付き合わないからな。
つれねえやつだな。手伝ってやれよ。
断る。この俺は忙しいのだ。
Catch the attention of the rounders again? No thanks. Besides, the three of them are better off if we never find an IBN 5100. And I hope they will get a happy ending. That would be really sweet. I end the conversation with a shrug and head to the stairs.
岡部くん。
Moika calls my name. I turn back to see Moika smiling ever so faintly.
これありがとう。
あ、
The hatred I once felt towards them is gone. I forgave Moika and Tennoujis both. Oh, Okabe, you've really grown. I forgave Moika and Tennoujis both. Oh, Okabe's really grown a lot. Happy for everyone. Now that I've destroyed our time machine, we can go back to being good neighbors. I won't pry into their secret lives, and I won't attempt to fight them either. It's all up to them. However, the affection that Nai showed towards Moika brings an undeniable warmth to my heart. Right as I walk into the lab, I'm greeted by the chiming of a microwave oven.
おかり
My lady smiles brightly as she takes her juicy chicken number 1 out of the microwave.
トゥットゥルーおか
もしかしておかえりとおかりんを合体させたのか？
前も言ったよ。
Then my lady holds out the steaming chicken.
おかりんも食べる？退院祝いに1個あげる。
I accept the gifted chicken and pop it into my mouth. I guess it's because I've had nothing but crappy hospital food for a month, but it's so delicious I want to cry.
その電子レンジはどこで手に入れた？
We disassembled the phone wave and accepted the change weeks ago.
ああ、それは僕が手に入れたんだお。
Dada pops out of the development room in all his glory. I wonder if he's making a new future gadget.
買ったのか？
拾ってきたに決まってんだろ、上皇。直すのに苦労した。
古いけどね、まだ十分使えるよ。
さすがスーパーハカー。その調子で次の未来ガジェット作りも頼むぞ。
それよりオカリン、ひどいよ。
Mairi suddenly puts on a pout.
今日どうしてマユシーに一言も言わずに退院しちゃったの？マユシーとダルくんで病院に行ったら、もう退院しましたって看護師さんに言われちゃったんだから。
ナースエロかったよナース。僕がオカリンの代わりに入院したかった。
マユリ、お前は俺の保護者になったつもりか？ずいぶん出世したな。だが勘違いするな。お前はあくまで俺の非保護者だ。
But your friends came to pick you up from the hospital.
おしめのお世話もしてあげたのに。
That's really nice of her. I couldn't move at all after the operation, so my mother and Mairi made the great effort of coming to care for me. Especially Mairi. Even though it was her summer break, she visited me every day. I'm grateful for this childhood friend of mine from the bottom of my heart. She's a ditz, to be sure, and seems like she always needs someone to look out for her, but she's actually quite tough for her age.
幼なじみの女子高生におしめの世話してもらうとか羨ましすぎだろマジで。それなんてエロゲ？
I bought Mairi on the head.
今度ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンを買ってやる。
You owe her a lot of juicy chicken number 1.
ほんと？ありがとう、オカリン。頑張ってお世話してあげた甲斐があったよ。
I breathe another sigh of relief when I see Mairi's innocent smile. Mairi is still alive. I've seen her die countless times. Though the events of these world lines have been undone, my struggle to escape them was not in vain. If the same thing were to happen again, what would I do? Would I accept her death this time? Or would I try to save her, even if it meant building another time machine? There's no way to know. The future is undecided. But for now, Mairi is here. And that means everything to me.
ほら、これ。
I give Mairi and Daru their pins.
わあ、かわいいね。
おお、ついに完成したん。
Mairi pins the badge to her chest and shows it off with a pirouette.
これから毎日つけておかなきゃ。そうしないとラボに入れてもらえないもんね。
Nobody really made that rule, but whatever.
でもオカリン、マヨシーはこのピンバッジのデザインを見せてもらった時から一つだけわからないことがあるのです。
なんだ？
文字が書いてあるでしょ？ OSHMKUFA2010 って岡部、椎名、橋田、それと漆原、フェイリス、ここまではわかるんだけどね。その他の M と K と A って誰のことなの？
M for Makise, K for Kiryu, A for Amane. But the current Mairi wouldn't understand. Those three were lab mems on another world line, undone and forgotten. I haven't told Mairi or Daru about them. They wouldn't believe me even if I told them, especially about the last initial, A. I mean, how do I tell Daru he's going to have a daughter? I can just imagine his reaction.
僕の嫁となる人は誰なんだろう。ロリ顔の貧乳で、髪は金髪ツインテールで、性格はツンデレで、デレモードの時はすごく甘えてくるエロい子っていうのを個人的に希望。おい。
He'd say something gross like that, no doubt. I remember. As I lay dying in the time machine, Suzuha gripped my hand and said,
そこに到達したらきっと私は消える。一緒にシュタインズゲートにたどり着いたことをお祝いすることはできないはずだから、ここでお礼を言っておくよ。ありがとう、おじさん。死なないで、生きて。
Just as she predicted, Suzuha vanished the moment we returned to August 21st. Right before my very eyes, the time machine was enveloped in rainbow light and disappeared. She was smiling as she faded away. That was proof I had reached Steins Gate. And that's why I don't mourn Suzuha.
でさ、きっと7年後に会おうね。
I don't know what the future will bring. There's still the possibility that Daru won't get married, that Suzuha won't be born. But still, I believe that in 7 years we will meet again. And that's when I'll give her this pin, her birthright as Lab Mem 008. Until then, I'll keep it in a safe place. I aimlessly head out to town alone. I want to get a better look at the Steins Gate world line. But try as I may, I can't find anything drastically different. Way back when, Phaedrus' demo erased the Moe shops from Akiba. That time, it was obvious that the world had changed. I feel unsatisfied, so I look up at Radicon. Obviously, there's no satellite stuck in the roof. It's open for business as usual. When I arrived on this world line, right after I saw Suzuha disappear, the very first thing I did was ask Maedi and Daru a question. Have there been any murders at Radicon? As they panicked at the sight of my bloodstained body, they answered that no one had been murdered at Radicon. As we waited for the ambulance to arrive, I had Daru call up the news on my phone. They were running the story about Nakabachi's flight to Russia. This time, Nakabachi looked terribly agitated. His eyes were bloodshot. He was yelling, spraying spit everywhere. His appearance was strikingly similar to how I last saw him in the hallway of Radicon. To me, his unintelligible rambling was evidence of Operation Scold's success.
ふざけるな！おい、ふざけるな！火災だと？こんなバカなことがあるか！人類の未来に関わる重大な論文が燃えてなくなってしまったのだぞ！悠長にインタビューなどしている場合か！ロシアン航空は絶対に許さん！あの木に乗っていた乗員は全員ぶち殺してやる！金の問題ではない。いいか、もう一度言うぞ。人類の歴史を塗り替えるほどの論文が燃えてしまったのだ。くそー、なぜ私はスーツケースを貨物室などに預けてしまったのだ。自分で持っていればこんなことには。
The subtitles read, "What was your thesis about?"
タイムトラベルだ。過去から未来までのあらゆる時空を支配することさえ可能な発明だったのだ。
The screen immediately returned to the studio where a female reporter continued.
などと意味不明なことを話していました。繰り返します。ロシアに亡命したドクター中鉢こと牧瀬正一氏がモスクワのドモジドボ国際空港に到着直後、ロシア当局に拘束された模様です。
Thank goodness.
なお警視庁は7月28日に秋葉原で起きた傷害事件で牧瀬氏を 重要参考人として調査中だったとの話もあり、
I don't think anyone's going to listen to Nakabachi now. For argument's sake, let's say Nakabachi manages to recreate Kurisu's thesis from memory. Nothing will come of it as long as Kurisu is alive. The scientific community undoubtedly trusts the Makise daughter over the father, meaning Kurisu can deter any attempts made by Nakabachi. World War III won't break out, or at the very least, it won't be over the Nakabachi paper. I haven't seen Kurisu. Apparently, Kurisu reported to the police that I was stabbed, but at the present, there has been no progress on the investigation as the victim, from their point of view, up and disappeared. I heard from Daru that no one was murdered at Radicon, and I couldn't find a single report of anyone dying in the area that day. Kurisu is still alive, that much is certain, but I haven't had any contact with her since then. Aside from the few words we exchanged at Radicon, the current Kurisu and I are strangers. Besides, I was bedridden, so it's not like I could have gone to see her even if I had wanted to. Kurisu said she was supposed to go back to America in August. That was on the Alpha World line. So many things have changed. But what reason would she have to stay in Japan after what her father did to her? I thrust my hand into my pocket. 2 pins remain. One of them is for Lab Mem 001. That's me. The remaining badge, which belongs to Lab Mem 004, may never reach its rightful owner. But Kurisu is alive, and that's good enough for me. I once chose to let her die. I once killed her with my own 2 hands. But this time, I was able to save her. No one remembers those 3 weeks we spent with Kurisu. No one but me. I will remember. I will never forget. So I don't need anything else. I don't want anything else. Hey, Kurisu. I don't know what the future holds. Wars still may break out. CERN may still complete their time machine. But at the very least, the future is undecided. We're building it now, from the bottom up. Not just me, not just you, but every man, woman, and child. So keep on watching, wherever in this wide world you may be. I take out my own pin and fasten it to my chest. I walk through the sea of shoppers, staring straight ahead. I quickly turn around. Just now, in the corner of my eye, I saw her. The girl who shouldn't be here. Her long hair fluttered as she passed by me. There. A familiar figure. I'd recognize that back anywhere. She has stopped too, in the middle of the sidewalk. Slowly, she turns to face me. It's her. I thought she had gone back to America. It's her. She doesn't even know me.
やっと会えた。
That voice, that face, that hair, those eyes. Makise Kurisu is standing there, the same as I remember her.
あなたをずっと探していました。あの時助けてくれたあなたをずっと。私一言お礼が言いたくて、どうしてもあなたに会いたくて、本当にありがとう。あなたが無事でよかった。
Kurisu looks so radiant as she tries to hold back her tears. Just when I thought I had finally suppressed it, all my love for her flows out at once. I'm so happy that I want to cry too. So, to hide my embarrassment, I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。なぜ彼女がここにいる？俺のリーディングシュタイナーは反応しなかったというのに。何？俺が守れたと？やれやれ。勝手なことを言ってくれる。それがシュタインズゲートの選択か。エル、プサイ、コングルー。
I close my phone and clear my throat. I have no idea what to say. She's still staring at me with those wide, pleading eyes. I open my mouth.
また会えたな、クリスティーナ。
いや、だから私はクリスティーナでも女子でもないって言ったろ。え？
Now, I really have no idea what to say. How does this Kurisu know about that? Those were the names I used to tease Kurisu. She always got mad whenever I used them. They were our bond, our private joke. But I had yet to use them on the day we first met at Radicon. So how could this Worldling's Kurisu know?
あれ？私今ふっと頭の中に言葉が浮かんで、どうして？
It looks like Kurisu is just as confused as I am. She stares at me, bewildered. And then I finally realize the truth. Everyone has reading Steiner. Even if the world line changes, even if the past and the future are rewritten, your memories remain. You've merely forgotten. All it takes is a push and you can remember. Those memories of those lost 3 weeks. Those memories we made together.
ようこそ、我が助手、マキセ・クリス。いや、クリスティーナ。
I reach into my pocket and take out the last pen. Nobody knows what the future holds. And that is why, just as this reunion demonstrates, the possibilities are endless. I place the pen in Kurisu's hand. I gently close her hand in mine. And, holding back my tears, I tell her,
これがシュタインズゲートの選択だよ。
And we finally made it to the true end. You can tell that Steins Gate was created with so much care and attention to detail, and even in 2025 holds up as a wonderful game and a heartfelt story. Thank you so much for staying to the very end of my playthrough. Please take care, watch out for the organization, and Eru Sai Konguru.